welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. So, are y'all trying to date right now? Like, are you guys trying to get your life and get snatched and booed up for this winter that is coming right now? You know it's cuffing season and it's time to get somebody under them blankets with you. So, I've had a few people ask me, you know, some tips on dating and advice and how to date, how to get yourself out there in this 21st century. Girl, I know it's crazy and I'm sorry, but I've come up with 5 tips that I think would help us women today in dating, because it's super hard to date with social media being the way that it is. The hooking up, the talking, I still don't know what talking means, but the non-commitment that people have nowadays for each other. And it's hard to find someone who you're like, we vibe, I can do this with you. So here are some tips I'm happy to share with you that I feel will help you in the dating scene and help you get out there and feel confident while you're dating. It is hard. It's not something easy. It's not something that we all are like, oh, let me get out there and date. Like it's gonna be easy. It's hard. Let me know what you guys think about these tips. If you guys have any tips of your own, just comment down below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more tips, tricks, and advice from me. So here we go. Let's just get into these tips. So the first tip to dating right now in this 21st century, I would have to say, would be figure out if you're ready to date. Like, did you just get out of a relationship? Have you allowed yourself the time to grieve? Have you allowed yourself the time to get over that last situation? If you answer no to any of these questions, it's probably not the best time for you to start dating. I know, you know, some people say the best way to get over someone is to get under someone else. I feel like you really need to give yourself time to heal and to really just reflect on what happened in your last relationship, why it didn't work out. So there's a reason your last relationship didn't work out. Either it was maybe something about them that didn't work out, maybe your personalities weren't compatible. Sometimes, you know, you guys don't have the same goals, the same set of ambitions, the same values, religions. Whatever that situation was, it didn't work out for a reason. So you need to take the time to reflect and find out why that situation didn't work out for you and what you're really looking for. Because just coming out of a relationship and jumping back into a new one, it's probably not going to allow you enough time to really know where you want your next relationship to be. So make sure that you're actually ready today and you're ready to put yourself out there and you're ready to give your 100% to somebody. I know it's scary, and the worst part about dating is feeling vulnerable and feeling like someone, you know, isn't worthy of your time, and you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to get your heart broken again. Girl, I know it's scary, but we just need to put ourselves out there, and that's the only way we're going to get a good result is if we give our 100%. But first we need to make sure that we're emotionally available to do that. It's important also to just figure out who you are by yourself, because sometimes in a relationship it's about another person, really. Like, you're taking a lot of your time and your efforts, your energy, and you're putting it into another person. This can be draining, and sometimes we get lost in the shuffle of a relationship. We start to gradually lose who we are, and we're really just catering to who that other person is, that other person's needs. We're very intuitive and intent on making that other person happy. So our main focus is like go, 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 and make sure this other person is okay. And at times we forget to make sure that we are okay. This dog again. Ugh. So we sometimes forget to make sure that we're okay and we're doing things for ourselves and we're in a good mental space. So it's a great time after a breakup to regroup, get yourself back together, and figure out who you are and what you have to offer to a relationship and to the next person that you're going to date. Because if you don't know who you are, then it's going to really be hard to present who you are to another person. So my second tip is to put yourself out there and don't be afraid of rejection. It's super scary to get out there and start dating, y'all. Like, especially if we've been in a long-term relationship, if we've had our hearts broken, if we had something tragic happen, you know, it's really scary to put yourself out there for the next person and be vulnerable to that person. So you really just have to let your guards down. I know it seems hard. I know it's like, girl, I don't want anybody to know me like that. Like, I ain't ready yet. Well, it's time to get ready. So if you're not ready to do that, then you're probably not ready to date yet. Not everyone is your soulmate. Not every relationship that you get into, not every date that you go on is going to end in a love connection, and you have to be okay with that. Maybe you're not somebody's cup of tea. That's fine. You're going to be somebody else's cup of coffee. Like, that's fine. And that also allows you time to feel around and see like what's out there and what you actually want. So just because maybe someone rejected you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being rejected. It could be a learning experience. Take it as a learning experience and say, okay, that didn't work out, but what did I take away from that date? Like, what didn't I like? Like, what am I really looking for? So don't be afraid to be rejected potentially, because not everybody's going to make a love connection, and that's perfectly okay. That's why it's called dating, so you can play the field and figure out what you're wanting and what you're not wanting. It's kind of a process of elimination. It's a learning experience. You get to find yourself. It's just a great time to really hone in on what you're wanting and what you're feeling and kind of what your next step is. And something new for you might be putting yourself on a dating website. Hear me out, don't come at me, but put yourself on a dating website. I know it's really hard to meet people these days, and you know, it's not like you're gonna be in Walmart and bump into somebody with your cart and be like, oh hey, you wanna go out? Like, that's not something that usually happens. It does happen by all means, but in today's day, it's usually, you know, we're putting ourselves on social media, we're putting ourselves on dating sites, we're presenting ourselves that way. It's just easier for some people to do that. My third tip is know what you bring to the table, girl. Like, there's plenty of women who go out there in the dating world and we're wanting to please the other person. We're wanting to be perfect. We're wanting to be everything that person needs. We're wanting to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to make that other person happy. But what about you, girl? You matter. So make sure that you're aware of what you bring to the table. Say, I am beautiful. I have a great job. I have something to offer. I'm educated. I'm fun. I'm empowered. All these things. You just need to let yourself know that you are worthy and you have something valuable to bring to somebody's life. So don't ever diminish yourself and think that you're just there to provide sex or to be just somebody's 2 a.m. booty call in the morning. And that also depends on like where you're at in the dating game as well. So like if that's what you're looking for, then girl, go ahead and be that. That's fine. But if you're really looking for something long term, then you need to make sure that you're knowing what you bring to the table and that you're not hiding behind any facade. You know right off the bat that, hey, you know what? I bring this, I bring that, I'm worth it, and anything less than that, I'm not going to accept. So my fourth tip is to be honest. Just be honest about who you are. Be yourself. I know that's some basic advice right there, but it's relevant. Be yourself and be honest. Like I was saying, we are usually dating online. We're finding people on Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. That's the new age of dating right now. You know, maybe it's going to go back to the old school when we used to just talk and meet people and, you know, my friend hooked me up with this person. Maybe it'll get back to that. But right now, a lot of people are dating off of social media. Present yourself as yourself on social media. Don't be somebody that you're not. Don't put something that's not true on your profile. Make sure that if you're putting something on your profile, that's really what you're looking for. So example, if you're not looking for a long-term relationship and you're just trying to hook up, don't put that you're looking for a long-term relationship on your profile, because you might be attracting people who are looking for long-term relationships, and it's not fair to lead someone on. So be honest about what you're looking for. Also, along those lines, don't put pictures of yourself on your new dating site from 4 or 5 years ago, because it's likely that it's not the same situation it was 4 or 5 years ago. That's the one thing that people hate, is being lied to, and that's usually not going to work out in anybody's favor, starting any type of relationship out with a lie. So just make sure that you're presenting your best and true self on social media. You are putting recent pictures up. You're putting what you're looking for, who you are, maybe not where you live. You don't want to be stalked. Don't do that. But just who you are. So present yourself accordingly. Don't lie to people. Don't be catfishing people out here, girls. That's all I'm saying. Don't catfish people out here. That ain't right. Don't do that. Tip number 5, and this is my favorite tip. Y'all ready for this tip? Y'all ain't ready for this tip. Alright, tip number 5, guys, is toss your checklist out the window. Okay? How many of us have so many expectations of what we want in a relationship, what someone's got to look like, what someone's got to act like, what someone's got to dress like, how many kids they can have, if you don't want someone who ain't making a 6-figure salary, you know. Obviously, you need to have standards. I'm not saying don't have standards, because that's just crazy. We all need some standards in our lives and something to aspire to. But sometimes we need to accept people for who they are. And sometimes when we make those kinds of lists for ourselves or set those type of expectations, they're just really unrealistic, okay? Nobody is perfect, including you, including me. Nobody's going to have 100% of what you're looking for in a relationship. Maybe someone doesn't have the physical attributes that you're looking for, but girl, they make you laugh, they make you hold your belly, you're like dying, you're crying, your eyelashes is falling off, like whatever it is. I feel, to me personally, that's way more important than having someone who is Shamar Moore fine, but an asshole. Like, we don't want that. I would much rather have someone who cares for me and nurtures me and who makes me laugh. So sometimes we just need to not lower our standards, but be realistic about our expectations of someone. I know it's really hard with social media and these Instagram girls and what you think is beautiful and what you think society is looking at and looking for. Really, nobody's really checking for those kind of things. It's not all about looks and having a fat booty and all this other stuff. Really important that you have standards, know what you want, but don't have a checklist. Just take people for what they are and see, you know, and don't ever eliminate someone out of the running because they don't have something that might be on this checklist that you won't get rid of. That is a surefire way to make sure that you are single forever. And nobody wants to be single forever. But if you're looking for someone, let your guard down and, you know, try new things, see new people, date outside of your race, date right outside of your religion, outside of your culture, and just see. Because if we have all these things that we have to have, our must-haves, then you're really eliminating a lot of great people out of the running. And there are great people out there still. You might have to be a little bit more patient and wait for these great people to come about for you. It is worth the wait. And my 5 tips for dating are: figure out if you're ready to date. Take that time to heal yourself. If you're out of a relationship, if you've just been out of the game for a while, just take the time to figure out if it's something that you're ready to do. Secondly, put yourself out there and don't be afraid to try new things, meet new people, and don't be afraid of rejection, because girl, we all get rejected. Nobody's perfect. You just got to keep it pushing. It builds some character, and you, like I said, you'll find out what you want and what you don't want. If you are getting rejected, but girl, you ain't getting rejected. You're beautiful. Don't do that. Know what you bring to the table. The 4th tip was to be honest. And honey, the last tip was to throw that checklist out the window. No one's going to mark all your boxes. No one's going to have all the attributes that you need. And sometimes it's just a matter of like, hey, it's your job to bring out those good qualities in someone. So Don't have a checklist. Just go with it. Follow your gut. Meet people that you haven't met before. Try out new things. Well, dating isn't what it used to be. You know, back in the day, that we've gotten all kinds of technology that's making it harder for us to communicate with someone. Make sure you put your best foot forward. So don't settle for anything less than you deserve, but also just make sure that you're putting yourself out there and just trying new things, being transparent, being confident, being beautiful. The one thing that people in general are attracted to is confidence. They love to see a confident woman. They love to see a confident man. It makes them feel safe, and it makes them feel good, and it makes them feel confident in their decision to date you. So just be yourself, be beautiful, be bold, take chances, take risks. So ladies, thank you for watching this video. I hope you got some tips. And like I said, if you guys have any dating tips that you might have that you want to let me know about, comment them down below. And I'd like to see your guys' take on dating right now, because there's so much advice on how to date correctly. I mean, I feel like this video could be forever long, but I just thought I'd narrow it down to the ones that I thought would be the most important. But yeah, go ahead and comment your tips down below. It could help someone else if I missed something, or if you're like, oh, that was a good tip, but you should also do this. I want to read it. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I think it's going to be right here. Like this video, and don't forget to, most importantly, share this video. I can't wait to come back with you guys for some more advice. Also comment down below what you guys want to see next, and any other advice that you might need. Or want to hear about, or any experiences. I think I want my next video to be like a Q&A tag, just so everybody can get to know me a little bit better, since I am new here on YouTube. So I think a Q&A type of video would be very much in order. So let me know what you guys want to know. Thank you again for watching. I will be back to you guys soon.